This is a major victory for some of the property owners flooded by Harvey. A federal judge has ruled that those upstream of our two local dams are entitled to compensation for their losses.
Yeah, it's a huge decision, and the one that will impact property owners downstream of the dam who are also suing. Sherman Chow has been looking at this suit, and Sherman, the judge is blaming Uncle Sam?
Yes, he is. Our legal expert, law professor Gerald Treese, reviewing this 47-page decision. The federal court of claims judge saying that here it was not Harvey who flooded these homes, it was the feds. Hundreds of property owners upstream of the Addicks and Barker reservoirs on the west side have sued, and the judge agrees with those plaintiffs, saying that federal authorities deliberately flooded the upstream properties by refusing to release floodwaters at the time. The goal was to try to save properties downstream. Well, normally the emergency doctrine allows the government to harm the few to save the many. But this judge says it was Uncle Sam who actually created this emergency. That's because back in the 1940s, the original plan was to build Addicks and Barker's, those dams, which they did. Also, there was a plan to build a Cypress Creek levee and a South Canal. Well, those two elements were never built. And then engineers clearly foresaw that the flooding would come, and that part of the plan had always been to deliberately flood some properties near the dams to help others. So Judge Charles Leto writes that the flooding that occurred was the direct result of calculated planning. Professor Treese tells us he expects that this will be appealed all the way up to the Supreme Court. So it is a key victory for the plaintiffs, but an early one. Guys?
And we'll keep following it. Thank you so much, Sherman.